let's talk about, an important news piece that came by on Saturday. India allowed the exports of non-Basmati white rice exports as inventories in the world's biggest exporter of the grain surged, and farmers are now set to harvest a new crop in the current weeks. How does that impact the listed players? Well, we do have Akshay Gupta, who's the head bulk exports at KRBL, now joining in. Thanks a lot, Akshay, for joining in. The big question is, one, what proportion of your exports come in from non-Basmati? And now that, the ban has been lifted, the export duty has been reduced, what would it mean in terms of you being able to capitalize on this opportunity? How could the incremental volumes pan out from here?
Right. So, yes, for us, actually, 95% of our exports are mainly for basmati rice. So it's only 5% exports that we do of non-basmati in our own brands, and that is regional varieties such as Sona Masuri, Poni boiled, which is to the Indian diaspora living abroad. So that is what we do in non-Basmati rice. But given that the ban is lifted now, there are obviously some opportunistic businesses that keep coming in for bulk trade to countries like West Africa, China, Philippines, Indonesia. So we are obviously looking for those businesses to come up. And if there's a good lucrative opportunities there, we will grab those opportunities.
Could you quantify the size of opportunity here? Because you said these are opportunities that may come by. They're not substantial, but I'm sure they're tactical. Every once in a while you'll get them, right?
Right. So just to give a perspective, last time, about 2 years back, before the ban was there, we did about 100,000 tons of broken rice to China, and that was a completely opportunistic business. So it was valued about 350 crores. So a business about 100, 200, 300 crores can be done if pricing is good and if we feel that we are getting good margins, then only we delve into those businesses.
Okay, so Akshay, preliminary, any kind of opportunities you see could be a possibility at this point?
Immediately, we're branded regional rice sales, which we do to countries like Europe, USA, and the Middle East, which is mainly to the Indian diaspora living abroad. So that would account for like 5% of our overall exports. And then bulk business could be about 100, 200 CR, but given the opportunity. I mean, that can not be commented now, but yeah, given the opportunity, maybe after a couple of months, we could do that business as well.
Okay, all right. So there could be a possibility of a windfall opportunity which might come up, but as of now, you don't have clarity on that.
Right.
Okay, all right. The other thing is that the MEP on Basmati was removed in mid-September. What are your average realizations? We understand it's above the MEP in any case. And
Correct.
What kind of opportunity is it presenting to you all?
So MEP, as we mentioned last time also when we had an interaction, MEP does not have a direct impact on our regular export sales, because we are mainly into the branded segment, and our average price is above $1,200. So it doesn't affect us. But now that the MEP is removed, again in that space also we get an opportunity to do bulk basmati business, such as tenders to certain Middle East countries where they do tenders for food security. So we can delve into those businesses as well. Again, so the lower segment is mainly a business where we see opportunity. If we see a good margin coming in, then only we do those businesses. So it's hit or miss business.
Final question then before we let you go, Akshay. Your first quarter exports were down 54%, close to around 250 crores is what you did. This also was due to some distribution challenges in Saudi. Wanted to understand if those challenges are behind you and what kind of export run rate are you likely to see over the next few quarters?
So the entire 54% was not because of Saudi. So there was some businesses done to Iran as well, which we might resume given the MEP is lifted. So I think we can cover up some of those exports. And then the Saudi part, it's still undergoing. It's still not resolved. It might take another 3 to 4 months for us to get back on track with that.
So this year, how much exports are you targeting?
Cannot give you a number, but I think we will see a good increase compared to last year. I think we'll cover some ground there.
Okay, all right, Akshay, we're going to leave it on that note. Thanks very much for joining in and speaking with us. So that stock is up around 0.5% at this point in time. They are expecting that lift of export bans on non-Basmati exports, not Basmati rice, will eventually help the company, but they can't quantify the opportunity at this point in time. We'll take a short break. We'll get you more on the markets, a lot of stocks in focus on the other side.